We called my friend's girlfriend Veronica the vampire. She saw our texts and thinks he's cheating. I met Nate about a year and a half ago when I was finishing my degree. He was a PhD student who gave a guest lecture that lined up with my dissertation. I thought he was gorgeous, but our uni had strict rules after a messy case, so no dating students at all. I stayed after to ask about my paper, and he offered to read a draft. That turned into quick check-ins and library sessions. I finished my degree, and he stayed in my life as a friend. Once, after he was no longer teaching me and not breaking any rule, we drunkenly kissed. We pulled back and both said there was no spark. We laughed, promised not to be weird, and moved on. During those months, he told me about his parents pushing him to marry after his younger brother did. He was not dating anyone and did not want to pick a stranger to make his mum happy. I said, half joking, that he should say he was seeing a vampire. We took the bit too far. We named her Veronica McVampire. We gave her a night job and habits like avoiding early lectures and wearing sunglasses. It became a private shorthand. If he went on a date, he was cheating on Veronica. If he canceled dinner, Veronica had lured him away. It stayed in one-to-one chats or texts. Then he met Kate. She worked nights, slept odd hours, and kept blackout curtains. Before they were exclusive, we joked that maybe Kate was Veronica and this was a test. The joke was silly, but it stuck. I would text, "Are we still on for dinner with V?" And he would reply, "V is feeling rough, so we may skip." I liked Kate. We were friendly, and I saw how happy he was. We never wrote anything cruel about Kate or Veronica. We did not use the name out loud around her. It was lazy shorthand between us, and we assumed no one else would see it. One afternoon, I sent him a message about plans with V. A banner popped up on his phone while he and Kate were canceling their plans because she felt unwell. She asked who V was. He said too fast that it was an inside joke with me. She took that to mean I was Veronica. She already knew about the one kiss and the lack of chemistry because we had been honest. She asked to see the messages. He showed her the thread. It was obvious that V meant her. He explained that the joke started before we met her and that it was never meant to mock. She heard it and did not accept it. Why did we have a secret name for her? Why did we talk about her at all? Why did we make up a character? It sounded petty when dragged into daylight. At 11 last night, he texted me, "Can I come over? It's important." I had just finished work and was near his flat, so I offered to go to him. He called it once and said it was not a good idea because it was about Kate. I said without thinking, "Is Veronica okay?" A woman's voice came through on speaker. She was crying and angry. She asked why we called her that and what was wrong with us. I stood on a quiet street with the phone to my ear, not sure what to say. He tried to calm her, but she left the room. He came back on and asked if we could talk. I told him that going to his flat would make things worse. We picked a quiet bar near the station. He arrived looking wrecked. His phone buzzed every few minutes. He put it on the table and showed me the thread with all the V lines. We sat with 2 glasses of water and watched the door. I said what we both knew. We let a private joke run past its sell-by date, and once someone outside hears it, it turns mean even if you never meant it that way. He asked me to explain it to her. I said that would look like a team against her, and that she should hear from him in plain words. He nodded and asked me to help him write. We opened his notes app and wrote a clean message with no nicknames and no jokes. We said the kiss was one time long before, and there was no spark. We said the vampire bit started before we met her. We said we would stop it and never use that name again. We said he loved being with her and wanted to make this right. He sent it, and we watched the tiny, delivered tick land. Nothing came back. The bar got louder as a match ended on the TV. He turned the phone over. He asked if he could sleep on my couch if she did not answer. I said yes. We paid and walked through cold air to my place. At my flat, he sat on the edge of the couch and held his face in his hands. I found a blanket and a spare pillow. He said he hated that we made her feel small. I said we were done with the joke, full stop, and that he should let her set the pace. He asked again if I would talk to her in the morning. I said no, not now, not while she was out of town and hurt. The next move had to be hers. His phone buzzed once with a calendar ping and went still. He put it face down. He lay back without taking off his shoes. I turned off the lamp and sat at the kitchen table in the dark, listening to the fridge hum and the pipes tick. He breathed slow. That was where we left it. Now people are blaming me for that nickname, and I'm hurting. Was I wrong?